welcome to Deadly Dames. So as many of you know, I have been MIA for quite a long time. A few things have sort of happened that made Claire and I sort of rethink things and sort stuff out. You know, it's called life. It does it to you. So basically with everybody being in a lockdown now, I think it just prompted me to do the update video that I've been putting off for a long time. Basically, over the last, I don't know, 6-9 months, we've redid everything. Obviously I still have physical media because you can see it behind me, but I got rid of a lot. Claire and I basically sat down and realised that a lot of the stuff that we had was kind of taking over our life and over our house, and I had a lot of movies that I was never going to watch again. Claire had a lot of games that she was never going to play again, and I really just wanted to be able to look at my shelves and say, you know what I have on there are movies that I absolutely love, and I'm always going to watch them over and over. And Claire wanted to do that with games as well. So we sold a lot. I mean, when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Some went to Computer Exchange, some online, some to Music Magpie. I sold a lot of figures as well. They were taken over. And it's weird because when I show you the shelves, it's not going to look like I got rid of anything, which is the thing that really confuses me the most, because I've not bought any more bookshelves. I've not got rid of any bookshelves, but for whatever reason, even though I have got rid of hundreds of movies, and when I say hundreds, I mean it was hundreds that went, and Claire's got rid of a lot of games, and we've sold a lot of figures, it doesn't look like we've got rid of a lot. It's almost like one of the wonders of the world, and how on earth did I manage to keep all the stuff that I had before on the same shelf and space. I don't know if anybody else has ever had that problem. And I think it's sad to say as well that as a person, a collector, I've done it all my life. Love horror films. I love movies in general. My dad loves movies. It was him that kind of got us into watching them. My sister loves films. And it is kind of sad to say that nowadays you do generally watch it online. You stream it. And I found myself doing that as well. I found myself thinking, I fancy watching this movie, and the first thing I'll do is I'll search to see if it's on Netflix or Amazon, rather than go and get the actual film itself. Now, the reason why I keep a lot of these now is because there's nothing worse than wanting to watch one of your favourite films and it's not on there. So that's the reason why I still have kept a lot of them. But I really just wanted to look at the shelves and say, what I have are the movies that I will rewatch, the movies that I love. So anyway, I'm going to show you what's left, and you can tell me if I picked the right films. Okay, so these are the shelves. What I'll show you firstly, and I will just make you aware that you probably know from past videos, I am an animal lover. Generally when I do these sorts of things, my frogs or my lizards or somebody will make a racket, and I've got to apologise for that before I start, but I can't control them. So you'll remember these shelves previously, they spread right across the wall. I have cut them down and moved the bookcases over there. Suppose in a little way then I have a little bit less shelving. Shelves. Shelving, I made a word up. And some of these figures have actually come up from down the stairs as well. I am not sure whether I'm going to keep them like this, but at the moment I've not really had the heart to get rid of any of these ones. I love these big 18-inch guys. And some of them, obviously you'll know from past videos, I did paint, like the Butterball and the female over there, Crypt Keeper. Obviously that one's signed. And then the two up there are quite new. Which, the little, I forgot his name, from Bad Taste. Crumb. General Crumb. I'll come back to me later. I painted him, I got him at the UK Garage Kits event last year. And then along here at the top you will see, you've all seen these before. Now excuse what's on the shelves here, these are little, again as I said, animal lovers. That's little babies in these tubs, so I was going to take them out of view, but I had nowhere to sit them, so they're going to have to stay here. So along the top here I kept, excuse me, these are kind of franchises along the top, couldn't think of that word. Claire did keep the Conans, as you can see. This shelf here is what's left of 88 stuff, and then a few miscellaneous at the top, movies that I'm just not going to get rid of. I haven't, as much as I was getting rid of a lot of stuff and really keeping the ones that I loved, there are still quite a few of the 88 ones which I haven't watched, the Italian collection. And because I'm a fan of a lot of the Giallos, I didn't want to get rid of them until I'd actually watched them. So a few of them are still on the watch list. Down in this shelf here is a lot of my horror films, like standalone, and then a lot of movies that I've had to get from Italy or Spain or Germany. So that's why when you look at the side of them, they'll not be in English. But they're movies that I absolutely love, so to me it was money well spent to get them. Down the bottom here has kind of just became, I suppose you can see the space now when you see a big Evil Dead 2 figure in the middle there, and I think if you're on our Facebook page you'll have seen my updates painting that, and that one. I really got into painting. I love being able to paint these. Obviously it's your own interpretation. I'm not a master of it, but I just really like it. So there's a couple of VHS, that's wrong, DVD box sets there. DVD Hitchcock, I didn't see the point in upgrading that one. And then some of the HMV premium collection. Got rid of a good few of them as well. And then Eureka there. These are some of the DVDs that I've got left, excuse me. Every single time I go to do a video, my throat goes, nah, you're gonna cough. So these are some of the DVDs that I've got left. Eventually, if I see a cheap or a good release of these on Blu-ray, I would upgrade them. And then down the bottom here's some more of the DVDs. Now, there are actually still a few sort of plotted in between which I've not seen, but they're on a list of things to see. And yes, I'm never getting rid of the Carry On films. Over here, at the top, that's a DVD box set of The Fly, but I do like that box set. I love the Powerhouse box sets, so that's the reason why I've kept them. And then down here is what's left of Arrow, sort of mixed in with a few other things. I got rid of so many Arrow movies. I think Arrow's a good company. I do personally think they sort of lost their way a wee bit. What I really liked about Arrow when they first came out was that they did movies that sort of hadn't had any love in a long time, but they've become a bit more mainstream, which was going to happen. And it's meant now that there's just movies being released that I don't want. But that's just me. Obviously everybody's different. So I got rid of a lot of them. And that's my tiny beep whisker. That's my tiny little Criterion collection. Don't have a lot of Criterion films, but that's what I've got there. I had to be really strict with myself on which ones I kept. Again, I'm not going to lie to you and say I've watched every single Arrow one. There's a few sitting in here that I've not watched. I've also got Arrow online, so there's a lot of films that I still like, but I stream them. And again, I hate saying that as someone that's always collected, but I had to be realistic in the space that I had and the movies that I really want to look at on my shelf. These are a couple of new ones I got in actually, which are, I'm trying not to drop it on Leon. I got a, I'm sure this is German, but I might be completely wrong, of Hell Night. And then I got a, I want to say it's Italian. I'm not very good at knowing the writing on them. Anyway, I got Bad Taste. See, they're two movies that I think need some love, and I would double dip if they got a good release over here in the UK. And then this is the Arrow DVDs that I kept. Not many. It's mainly because they don't have a better release yet. And this is the Shameless ones I kept. Now, I had the complete Shameless collection, and it was extremely difficult going, I want to get rid of these ones, but I had to be realistic. There were movies in there that I was never, in a month of Sundays, going to actually rewatch. Like, Shit from the Critter. What's it called? Ratman. Was never going to watch that again. Was never going to happen. So what is the point of me having it? There's the Friday the 13th. Oh, Claire's recently painted this. Friday the 13th and the Halloween ones that are left on DVD. I was tempted to upgrade the Friday the 13th to Blu-ray. And then I thought, I don't watch all of them all that often. So I just hung on to these just now. I might still do it. Some more Arrow Blu-rays that are left. You'll see that, I'm so sorry. You'll see that there's hardly anything compared to what I used to have running along here. And then above that's what's left in my Shameless Blu-rays, Nucleus Blu-rays there, and then sort of in random ones there. And the very bottom shelf is mainly kind of made up of comedies and to-be-watched movies. There's a wee pile in the corner there that's for my sister. These are all the Disney ones that I'm getting rid of now that I have Disney Plus. Again, I'm never going to pick them up and watch them if they're on Disney Plus. I kept a couple of them which I love, like Wreck-It Ralph and Dumbo, things like that. Might keep Pinocchio because that's sort of my favourite ones. But other than that, I know at first when I did this clear out, it was actually extremely difficult. I mean, Claire and I would go to get rid of stuff and then put it back. But the more that we did it, the easier it got, and it actually felt good. It felt good just to minimise everything that we had. We had too much. And it actually feels a lot better coming to my shelves and going, you know what? I've only got on there now what I really, really love. And I'll step back and show you everything. Try not to fall over things. So that's really it, guys. That's what's left. I've got steelbooks there behind me, but I'll do them in a different video. And then over here. So I'm very proud of myself. There's another bookcase in the corner which has got Claire's games on it. And inside the cupboard here, there's my VHS. Yes, I still kept a lot of my VHS. There's some that's going, but I kept a lot of it. And I'm very proud of myself. And I'm very happy with the ones that are left on the shelf. I think it looks a lot neater. I think it looks a lot tidier. And I just feel a lot better. So hopefully you've enjoyed this update. And if there's anything on the shelves that you want to ask about, or any movies that have disappeared that you think, why did you get rid of that one, or why did you keep that one, just ask. But I feel so much better knowing that I did this, knowing that I sorted everything out. So thank you for watching, and as always, take care.